Okay, good evening, everyone. I realized I haven't introduced myself yet. My name is Beth Stempert, and I play the clarinet normally, but tonight they asked me to talk a little bit, so I'm your MC for this evening. Welcome to the 40th annual season of the Warrensburg Community Band under the direction of Corey C.B. We're going to start off tonight the way we always do with to honor the United States of America, so we're going to kick things off with our national anthem. If you're able to stand, please join us and feel free to sing along. Tonight's performance is entitled Revelry. It's our first concert of the season, and it marks the beginning of our 40th anniversary celebration. The Warrensburg Community Band was founded by Dr. Russell Coleman in 1985 and has been providing enjoyable live music in and around our city ever since. Dr. Coleman is here with us this evening, and let's show him our thanks. Hi, Dr. Coleman. Tonight is also special in that it marks Dr. Corey C.B.'s first concert as the new director of this fine ensemble. Please welcome Corey C.B. To celebrate 40 years of the Warrensburg Community Band, we're thrilled to open every show this season with a world premiere fanfare. The piece you're about to hear has never been performed before. Composer Joseph Earp wrote an up-tempo homage to longtime band member Pam Smith Kelly and her unwavering commitment to the legacy of her father, the renowned composer Claude T. Smith. It's based largely on the melodies from two of Smith's greatest hits, his Emperata Overture and Declaration Overture. Now it gives us the great honor to present the world premiere of A Missouri Hurry. back 300 years, long before the dawn of the concert band, or even Warrensburg for that matter. The great Baroque composer Antonio Vivaldi wrote many lovely concertos, including the famous Four Seasons for violin and orchestra. The one you're about to hear features not one, but two very special soloists, David on trumpet and Denise on clarinet. They're lurking behind me, aren't they? Are both wonderful musicians and longtime music educators in the area. They also spent last week celebrating their 41st wedding anniversary, making their marriage only slightly older than the Warrensburg Community Band. In fact, as a young married couple, the Robinsons became charter members of this group and have played in it every year ever since, which is a pretty impressive accomplishment. And in case anyone's trying to do the math, I was told that they were both just 5 years old when they joined, right? Okay. True child prodigies right here in the Berg. Also wanted to acknowledge we have two other charter members of the band with us tonight. Mark and Gay Smith are also playing. So let's hear it for the charter members of the Warrensburg Community Band, please. Okay, so I'm going to bring David and Denise up to play this double concerto, and I'm going to get out of the way and let them do the hard work. Can we have another round of applause, please, for Denise? takes some effort to get up in front of people. It's awesome. I love it. Tonight's Ruby Revelry, the theme of the concert, is named after the 40th anniversary traditional gemstone. But rubies themselves have long been a source of artistic inspiration. Kalijah Dunton is an up-and-coming composer from Brooklyn, New York, and his musical take on a ruby explores the many different colors that you find in the red hues of a ruby. You'll hear a beautiful array of colors in this lyrical work, ranging from dark and mysterious to bright and vivid. If anyone happens to be approaching the 40th anniversary of marriage, feel free to take your phones out and record this one. When the time comes to buy a gift, you'll save a lot of money by simply playing back the recording while still honestly claiming that you got them a real ruby. Okay. Please enjoy Ruby by Kalijah Dunton. before we entertain you with our next tune, we'd like to take a moment to thank our 2024 sponsors. It's only through you, our amazing audience, and our generous sponsors that we're able to present concerts such as these. Huge thank you goes out to Nob Hill Barn, 1892, William Lane and Elizabeth Garcia. Insight Eye Care, Matthews Crawford, American Legion Post 131. Mule Barn Brewing Company, Don and Barb Riffle, Raging Bull Steakhouse, Warrensburg Friends of Music, Ron and Katie Barrett, the Community National Bank, Amy and Andy Weldon, Chuck and Kathy Appleton, Russ and Alice Coleman, Dennis and Carrie Dochav, Equity Bank, Fox Heating and Cooling, Jim and Marcia Guy, Jaeger Tire, James and Marcia Joyner, Larry and Louise Keisker, Mid-America Turf and Landscaping, Murdoch Banner Financial Group, Fred and Ann Niblock, Premier Lawn and Lighting, State Farm Insurance, Joe Good over there, Western Missouri Medical Center, Paula Elliott, Finan Robinson Dental, Mike and Joe Greifey, Doug and Marlene Maple, David and Denise Robinson, Jim and Renee Staub, and Roger and Diana Waters. Can we please give them all a hand? If you'd like to become a Warrensburg Community Band sponsor, please talk to Denise Robinson. She'd be happy to help you out with that. She's the one who was playing clarinet here a moment ago, and she can provide all the information you need to help continue to support live music in Warrensburg, in our community. Okay, so moving on to our next piece, a very entertaining piece. Though he was born in Texas, Scott Joplin spent his most prolific years composing and playing piano in Sedalia and St. Louis. It was here in Missouri that the king of ragtime rose to fame at the turn of the century with massive hits like Maple Leaf Rag and the song you're about to hear. You may recognize it from piano rolls, childhood piano lessons, records, the 1973 The film The Sting, or even the local ice cream truck. Sit back and relax and enjoy Scott Joplin's timeless two-step, The Entertainer. Okay, thank you. I didn't write that one. Okay, we're going to close the first part of the half of our program here with a delightful march by British composer Philip Spark. 20 years ago, Japan's national radio station asked Spark to write theme music for its weekly radio show about band music. Corey wanted me to note here that all countries should have a weekly national show about band music. Maybe we can start it here. I don't know. Warrensburg would be a good place for that. Anyways, the result of that commission was the lighthearted march entitled The Bandwagon. Here you go. Stretch your legs, maybe check out the iceberg, and we'll see you back here in about 10 minutes. Overture by Claude T. Smith, a longtime friend of Dr. Coleman's and the Warrensburg Community Band. Hopefully enjoyed this powerful band standard and one of the main inspirations for the new piece we opened with this evening. Next up is a short contemporary work by Canadian composer Kate Nishimura. She describes it as follows. Chasing Sunlight was inspired by the experience of driving west into the setting sun, as if trying to keep up with the Earth's rotation to catch the last few rays of light before dusk. The steady eighth note motive represents this sense of urgency, while the soaring lyrical themes depict the warmth and radiance of the sun low in the sky. Just as the sun will always set, humans must accept the impermanence of all things in life and make the most of every opportunity before it has passed. Chasing Sunlight also represents the ongoing pursuit of these opportunities. Please enjoy Kate Nishimura's Chasing Sunlight. For 40 years, the Warrensburg Community Band has served our city through performances and by providing an opportunity for musicians to play together for the sheer joy of doing so. These wonderful people come from all walks of life and enjoy gathering on Monday evenings throughout the summer to make music together. We are deeply grateful to the Warrensburg R6 School District and Warrensburg High School Band Director Sarah Ray for hosting these rehearsals and providing us equipment to use. Please thank Sarah Ray and Warrensburg High School. The next piece on our program this evening has been a staple in band rooms around the world for over a century, and very much rightly so. This is a personal favorite of mine, so I'm very excited. The first suite in E-flat by Gustav Holst is one of the oldest, greatest, and most widely performed works ever created for concert band. The first movement is entitled Chaconne, in reference to a musical work that features variations on a short, repeated harmonic progression or bass line. You'll hear the most famous bass line in band right away at the beginning. It's presented first by the euphoniums and tubas before being passed throughout the ensemble on a journey through a wide variety of styles and moods. 2024 marks 150 years since Holst's birth, so it seems fitting that we'll continue our musical celebration this evening with his most iconic band piece. Here's the Chaconne from Holst's first suite in E-flat. Holst to come in at exactly the right spot. He did great. Yes, you know it's a great piece when the trains want to join it. So we have 2 more tunes for you this evening, but many, many more tunes. Many more tunes this summer as we keep our 40th anniversary party going. Please take a look at the back of your program for our upcoming dates. This Thursday, we'll be excited to share the stage, or the lawn as it were, with the Marshall Municipal Band at their downtown courthouse. We'll be back in Warrensburg on July 3rd, where we have the honor of presenting 2 patriotic concerts, a 3 p.m. matinee at the Warrensburg Veterans Home, and a 7 o'clock performance at Grover Park Baptist Church. Then we'll head out to the stunning Nob Hill Barn before rounding out our season at the annual UCM President's Lawn Concert. Mark your calendars now and help us spread the news. As always, all of our concerts are free and open to the public. Okay, now we're going to make a seamless transition to Scottish folklore and the kind-hearted, occasionally wild forest spirit named Gilly. And I know what you're thinking. Finally, they're going to play a piece devoted to my favorite mythological creature. Right? Okay. I know some of you have been waiting 40 years for this. And on behalf of the Warrensburg Community Band, I apologize for the wait and thank you for your patience. But seriously, we're excited to play this charming tune for you tonight, and then again with the composer Joseph Earp, who will conduct it in Marshall in a few days. Without further ado, we present to you the mysterious elf of the forest, Gilly Doo. This evening. You've been a wonderful audience. We hope to see you again soon. For our final piece tonight, looks like we may have a little bit of a guest conductor situation happening. For our final piece tonight, we continue our tradition of closing each performance with a piece that needs no introduction. The Stars and Stripes Forever. John Philip Sousa composed his greatest hit in 1896, but it wasn't until 1897, 2 years after, 1987, 2 years after the founding of the Warrensburg Community Band, that Congress adopted it as our national march. We are deeply honored to welcome the founder of the Warrensburg Community Band back to the podium to conduct this evening. Please help me welcome Dr. Russell Coleman, the Warrensburg Community Band, and the Stars and Stripes Forever.